the first place, one of the only places, is in prayer. Taking a moment of prayer, saying, Lord, I need you. Lord, I need you close to me. I cannot do this alone. There are things in life that we think humanly possible. No way. I can't do it. I won't do it. There's no way that this can happen. Because humanly, things are impossible at times. But with God, nothing is impossible. And this is something that Jesus knew in that moment. Lord, I'm about to endure this great suffering physically, but spiritually as well, thinking of each one of us. But he asked him for his strength and his help, his accompaniment in that moment. He asked him to be there with him. And that gave him strength. That gave him strength to carry his cross and keep going, to do the biggest act of sacrificial love there ever is, there ever will be, that there ever was. That moment of deep strength because of the strength of the Father, because of his fortitude. And this fortitude, again, is not without fear, but we live in the fear. Fear can happen even when we have fortitude, but fear does not define us. Fear is not the end, but rather we acknowledge the fear and we give it to him, and in return he gives us his strength. He clothes us with his strength. And the beauty of it too is Jesus was never alone in that moment. He had his apostles. They were a little asleep. They had the moment of, rest, as we all do at times. But at the beginning they were praying for him. And that gave him strength. And that is something that we have to do for others. Lord, I see someone suffering in my life. Lord, I see suffering everywhere in my friends, my family, even in me. I ask for your strength, because Paul, Peter, James, in that moment, they couldn't do much for Jesus. They couldn't give him their strength in that moment. He was suffering alone physically, but spiritually, he was not alone. They were with him in prayer. So when we see others in that moments of doubt and anguish, when we pray for them, we are asking God, give them your strength, something that I cannot do. But with you, everything is possible. With you, they will feel comforted. With you, they can do anything in your will. So we have to take this moment to realize the beauty that is the strength of God. And if we look at a more recent example, we think of our ECYD patron, Jose Luis Sanchez del Rio. And he said, Viva Cristo Rey, long live Christ the King, to the end. And imagine him in the cell after he was captured. And he must have felt anguish. He was a teenage boy. He was full of fear, full of what is going to happen to me. They are threatening me. And all I have to say is, I don't believe in Jesus. Not a big deal. But no, that is a big deal, because he knew the truth in his heart. And in those moments in that cell of loneliness, he said, Lord, I need you. Give me your strength. Give me your fortitude so that I may always live out, long live Christ the King in my heart. And as he walked to his tomb without the soles of his feet, in very real physical pain, crying, screaming, in fear, there was something very certain in his heart, that Christ is the King. And even in those moments where they taunted him, in about to go into his grave, deny Jesus, leave him. No, long live Christ the King. And he died a martyr. But he died with that certainty, even with a peace, even though it doesn't seem real in those moments of pain and suffering, there was a peace in knowing Christ the King is in my heart. I am living in his kingdom today, and I want to be in his kingdom in glory. And it sounds crazy to think that in moments of anguish there is peace, but there is, because the Lord grants us that strength to keep going. He grants us that strength to go a little further than we thought, because he is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. So today I want to invite you to take a moment of silence and pray to him and say, Lord, give me your strength. Take a moment of thinking about what's going on in your life that you think, I just Lord, I can't. I can't forgive this person. I can't do this at work. I can't fix this with this person. Or Lord, I am having such a hard time with my prayer life. In those moments where we think there's nothing more that I can do, I've done everything. Then we say, but I haven't asked you to come along with me. Lord, give me your strength, your fortitude, your love, so that I can forgive, so that I can love, so that I can show everyone your goodness reflected in my life. So ask him today, in a moment of silence, for that fortitude, for that strength, so that at the end of the day you may say, long live Christ the King.
Abundevas Maya nectadasis Ma Tite malkuta meue Sebiana Aikana devas Maya Abajada hablan lahma de suncana mia humana basbuka lana kaubay Aikana dachna sbachnen lechaibay Ulatalana le mesiuna e la pasana mendi. Abundevas Maya nectadasis Ma Tite malkuta meue Sebiana Aikana devas Maya Abajada hablan lahma de suncana nia humana basbuka lana kaubay Aikana dachnan sbachnen lechaibay Ulatalana le mesiuna la pashana membi Abundevas Maya nectadasis Ma Tite malkuta meue Sebiana Aikana devas Maya Abajada hablan lahma de suncana nia humana basbuka lana kaubay Aikana dachnan sbachnen lechaibay Ulatalana le mesiuna la pashana